What's happening, guys? Welcome back to another reaction. We're checking out Lotto by EXO, which I believe is what precedes Monster, if I'm not mistaken. So I'm very excited to check this one out. And from my understanding with Monster, as far as like trying to piece together the lyrics in the music video, it was kind of hard because it's almost like they're separate from one another. So the music video is one thing, the lyrics are another thing. So I'm probably gonna focus more on the actual video, and if there's something within the lyrics that I can connect to the video, we'll talk about it. But in any case, very excited to get back to EXO. So without further ado, let's get into it. Okay, it looks similar to Monster. Holy shit. Oh. Oh Lord. Oh. Camera. Oh. Oh. Oh my God. That was a Superman punch right there. The guy was swinging at nothing there. Holy shit. Oh, wait, what? That's a tape. Holy shit. Okay, I'm not sure what to think here, because and shout out to Love K-pop subs for the translation, because the original music video didn't have any lyrics. Okay, so I'm not really sure if I'm supposed to connect this to Monster, because on one hand it feels like in Monster, like they are the monster that is like going up against the government. There's someone within the there was like a double agent. I believe it was Baekhyun, who later in the end of the music video, it was the one who was riding the car, the police car, the van, which freed all of the guys who were in it in the first place, who were captured. There's also like the visuals of the security cameras, and I believe the same guy who was on top of those security cameras in Monster is the same guy who's actually filming. Potentially, I'm not quite sure, but it feels like EXO in this situation are like an entity of sorts that is rebelling against the government, and here the girl is someone who needed saving because she was like, I'm not sure, she's clearly like been taken, she was chased, she was abducted, she was held captive. So they were going up the forces that are behind like the casino business. Like we have all those roosters fighting and whatnot, and all of those games that they were playing. It's almost like they were trying to blend in and just make make themselves feel like basically like undercover agents in a way, who are in there to learn about the enemy. Because also later in the music video, Kai is sitting in the back seat of the guy who tries to run away, which is really really interesting. I also love the fact that like even like the lyrics say, "I don't need the money, I just need you." Like, whereas it feels like if we connect it to the story, it's not about material things. It's about the actual goal of EXO. It's not about the money, which is why they burn the money because they don't need that. It's about saving the girl. It's about doing the right thing. The girl represents something truly pure and positive, because even like her visuals, the white, super delicate, and almost like this fragile dress, to me like represents something truly pure. Also, it's really really cool because we see the girl in the beginning being she's running away. She's wearing that white dress. She's very pure, but because it's kind of dark, the dress almost like becomes almost like, because of the color grading and whatnot, it becomes almost like the color of the background. And then we were being introduced to EXO, and there's nothing in the shot other than EXO themselves and a chandelier. So they are her light, basically, if that makes any sense. Because like chandeliers represent like luxury and elegancy, which is a very fancy chandelier, but also it represents like almost like a light at the end of the tunnel. It represents like sunshine, something that will save her, perhaps. Um, which is what feels like they're doing. It's almost like, in a way, an undercover, kind of like a greedy version of Oceans, I don't know, 11, 12, 13, whatever, um, to get her back. It's almost like a thriller movie, a spy, not spy, it's a thriller movie, to blend in with the enemy, to know what they're about to do, and then to pounce on them as she's man, it was a really interesting visual with her being surrounded by all of those wolves. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be super symbolic, like wolves in sheep's clothing. Though they're not wearing sheep's clothing, but I'm not. Maybe like represents. Maybe someone within EXO is a wolf in sheep's clothing. Is that what it represents? Because there was a fear that someone betrayed, that there's like a mole, like there's like a bad guy within EXO, someone who's undercover, which ended up being Baekhyun, but he was actually working. He was a double agent, so he was working for the government, if I'm not mistaken, but ended up saving the guys because he knew the inner workings and whatnot. But maybe the wolves represent the fact that she was betrayed, but by EXO, she thought that it was the entire EXO who betrayed her, and now they're going after her. They're going to save her, but they don't really know who betrayed them, potentially. Also, like sitting on top of that cage, much like he was sitting on top of those security cameras, filming everything, and I believe the same recording that the girl passes on in the end is from this camera in particularly. So something was recorded perhaps that wasn't supposed to be seen, and that will perhaps expose the mole. I'm not really I'm not really sure. This is really fucking awesome. Um like EXO seemed to have like a master plan, burning the money, getting that guy almost like about to burn him alive or something, uh celebrating with that fire as they're fighting the military forces and whatnot. But then it seems like the forces are a little bit too much for EXO, actually, as they're being outmatched. And they try to run away with the girl, but there's too many of them. He still manages to. I'm not sure. Like, are the military forces corrupt in the beginning, so they take her in anyway? And the main objective was to get her away from, like, or the military force. This shot. Wait. That shot. And this shot. Is that the same place? Is he the mole? No, or was he the one who saved her? I'm not sure. Because visually it seemed like it was like the same place, but also we see the girl being liberated. I'm not sure, to be brutally honest. This is an awesome movie. I wish they took Monster and Lotto and turned it into like, I don't know, like a limited TV series for Netflix or HBO or something. Because that would be freaking awesome. Or was it him who saved the girl in the first place, and then the guy that was in that same setting as the girl, he's actually the one who betrayed EXO? Because the forces catch up to them, not from out of the blue. They knew where he would be. So, and like the editing here makes it feel like he betrayed them. Possibly. I'm not sure. But this is fucking awesome. Like I'm absolutely captivated here. And I have so many more questions. And the tape. She gave him? No. She he gave her the tape. So is she going back to a safe place, and the SWAT team, the forces are not part of the bad guys? The SWAT is like basically like they have no will of their own, but they're still going to take her to a safe place potentially. And EXO themselves were betrayed, but the girl is actually going back to a safe place. And then she's going to take that tape, and that will perhaps will expose everything. I'm not sure. Maybe that tape will be what liberates EXO themselves. So by liberating her, in return, she will expose the powers that be that put EXO in this place in the beginning. I'm not really sure. This is absolutely awesome. I have so many questions and so very little answers. So everything that I'm kind of saying here is just my own interpretation. I feel like I have to say it in every single one of my reactions. If you disagree, feel free to let me know your own opinion, but these are just my opinions and nothing else. Honestly, I'm fucking blown away by the song. And there's something kind of, I'm usually not a big fan of autotune, but it felt like it had a purpose here. It felt like a texture rather than a gimmick. I don't know how to explain it. It was really, really hard, to be honest, to focus on everything. Because the music is awesome. The dance moves were great. The guys have, as always, such fucking great charisma. The acting is phenomenal, and the storyline itself, it feels like a continuation of sorts of Monster. Monster is like establishing them as like these rebels, whereas this one is focusing on a specific goal, which is save the girl to perhaps like that tape will expose the bigger issue potentially. I'm not sure, but this was awesome. If I made any sense, let me know in the comment section down below. If not, let me know in the comment section down below too, and I'll catch you all in the next one. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video, subscribe if you're new, and have a wonderful day, guys.